I think a lot of people don't realize that fully half the credit hours of the undergraduate degree are mathematics and science, and that every student takes 4 years of mathematics and 3 years of laboratory science. I think what happens is that students learn how great mathematical and scientific thinkers think. They see the problems that these people were trying to address, and they see them struggling to work through those problems and to articulate a solution to the world. And then they see those thinkers interacting with each other through time. So that, for example, take algebra. I encountered algebra in high school like everyone else does, and it seemed to me like it had fallen out of the air into an algebra textbook, and I could do it, but it was memorizing a lot of formulas, and it seemed sort of boring to me, honestly. We encounter algebra through reading Descartes, and we find ourselves doing a lot of problems with Descartes that we initially did geometrically in the works of Apollonius. And so we can compare the two different approaches to the same problem, the geometric approach and algebraic approach. We can think through what algebra is and what it brought to the ability to solve these problems. We can see how Descartes developed it. The same thing happens with the calculus. We study both the Newtonian and the Leibnizian texts that are the origins of the calculus. We can see how each man was approaching the difficulties that calculus is intended to address, and we can think comparatively about what calculus actually is. It made me love math and science being here. Before I came here, I had not been bad at them, but they had not been anything that I would have wanted to spend my life thinking about. I didn't realize at the time, for example, that mathematics particularly is not just a matter of, oops, that's the right answer, that's the wrong answer, but that there are different sorts of answers, different approaches, different ways of thinking through problems, and that it's a human endeavor about which one can have real discussions. And I think that students who learn that are particularly well prepared to go out into the world and think through new problems from the beginning, because they're not simply confined to thinking about mathematics and science as a bunch of tools and formulas. They can think about it more holistically as a way to approach the world.